Kigali versus Port Louis. Which city is better? Kigali has long served as Rwanda's economic, cultural, and transportation center. Kigali was chosen as Rwanda's capital city after the country won independence in 1962, owing mostly to its central position. While Port Louis is the capital and main port of Mauritius, an island in the western Indian Ocean. The city serves as the primary collection and clearance points for all imports and exports from Mauritius and its territories, and it is connected to the rest of the island by road. We will be putting these two cities side by side of each other to see which of the cities are better, and our comparison will be based on their geography, infrastructure, cost of living, and tourism. Hello explorers, welcome to another interesting video on the channel. Before we proceed on our comparison, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and ensure to stick to the end of the video to find out which city comes first. Geography. Kigali is situated in rugged terrain extending across 4 peaks and valleys on the Ruganwa River. The ridgetops have an average elevation of 1,600 meters, whereas the lowlands have an elevation of roughly 1,300 meters. The city is nearly completely surrounded by higher hills, the tallest of which is Mount Kigali, which rises 1,850 meters above sea level. Kigali enjoys a comfortable tropical highland environment with temperatures ranging from 20 degrees Celsius to 21 degrees Celsius year-round due to its high altitude. Kigali has 4 seasons, which are long rains from mid-March to mid-May, brief rains from mid-October to mid-December, a long dry period from mid-May to mid-October, and a short dry season from mid-December to mid-March. The yearly precipitation average is 35 inches. The city center is situated on one of the city's 4 hills, while the major government district is situated on another. There is a Muslim district, a settlers community to the northeast, and an industrial region to the southeast. The larger houses and office buildings are often found on the ridgetops, while the poorer residents live in lowlands. On the other hand, Port Louis is the capital and primary port of Mauritius, an island in the western Indian Ocean. It is located between a well-protected deep-water harbor, accessible to ships via a gap in the coral reef, and a semicircle of mountains. Port Louis has a hot semi-arid climate due to its location in the rain shadow of the southeast trade winds. Its wettest months are December through April, when it receives an average of 80 millimeters of rain. The following months constitute the dry season in Port Louis. The average temperature in the city also varies noticeably. Kigali consists of white sand beaches, and the lagoons are protected from the open sea by one of the world's largest coral reef. Port Louis will definitely take the victory against Kigali when it comes to geography, due to its beautiful position towards the ocean. Infrastructure. Kigali is the center of the country's road network, with paved highways connecting it to the majority of the country's main cities and towns. In 2012, there were 1,017 kilometers of road within the city, but only 14% of these were paved, and many of the unpaved stretches were of poor condition and unsafe during rainstorms. Until the early 2000s, practically all of Kigali's electricity was generated hydroelectrically. Power facilities on lakes Burera and Ruhondo supplied 90% of Rwanda's electricity. Kigali Metropolis aspires to be a cutting-edge and a visually pleasing city with sustainable infrastructure like roads, street lights, good and dependable drainage systems, and green areas and city parks. In general, the city's key street lighting areas such as airport area, administrative areas, and commercial sectors are well lit. Many of the newly constructed highways are lit, and the city intends to light all main roads. The city of Kigali has installed cutting-edge traffic signals, and there are plans to install more at congested intersections. Port Louis is densely packed with structures and monuments that represent its rich and varied colonial history. Several French colonial structures from the 18th century, notably Government House, may be seen in the city center. The Juma Mosque, the Grand English St. James Cathedral, the Indian Tamil Temple, the exquisite five-tier colonial Port Louis Theatre, the Champ de Mars race course, and the surrounding Chinese pagoda are notable historic aspects. There are also some typical houses from previous times on display, which are typically timber constructions with shuttered windows and huge porches. However, most residences and commercial structures are now made of more durable materials, such as concrete, and the city also has a number of glass and concrete high-rises. For ages, Port Louis has been a vibrant cultural center, with drawing artists, poets, sculptors, and authors. Among the more modern entertainment facilities in Port Louis are many theaters, where most films are shown in both French and English. The ultramodern Swami Vivekananda International Convention Center just opened in Pai, a Port Louis neighborhood. It is the first of its kind in Mauritius and serves as a venue for conventions, concerts, trade events, and exhibits. Looking at the points of both cities, Kigali seems to take the lead on this one due to its well-made modern roads and well-lit-up streets, making it more pleasing and safer for civilians. Cost of living. Kigali is a thriving city with many amazing opportunities on a personal and professional level alike. Foreign investment in Kigali has increased significantly in recent years. Kigali has enjoyed a tremendous era of revitalization and stability, which is obvious the moment you step in this beautiful city. Kigali also has one of the greatest public transportation systems in East Africa, known as matatus. This is the most affordable method to move about Kigali, and many of the buses are modern and well kept. Rwandan food has a lot of meat, salads, and even roasted pigeons. Despite the low prices, the dishes are enticing, delicious, and well prepared. For $7, you can get a nice meal. Kigali is an extremely safe city, so its inhabitants don't have to worry about defending themselves from crime on a daily basis. And crime rates are normally relatively low, and although not improving with time, aren't becoming worse either. In comparison to other African towns, the cost of living in Port Louis is low. Rent cost, property purchase, mortgage rate, and utilities are all affordable. Clothing and footwear for business and casual, and children's use are also fairly priced. Consumables, cleaning goods, dairy, fresh fruits and vegetables, general food products, snacks and soft drinks have average prices. General health care, doctor visits, hospital stays, non-prescription drugs and medical insurance are all cheap. Hotel daily room rates, restaurant meals and beverages, and take-out food and beverages are all affordable. Fuel, automobile rental, public transportation, vehicle purchasing and maintenance all have average costs. The cost of living in Kigali is slightly less expensive than in Port Louis, leaving Kigali to take the lead on this point. Tourism. Rwanda is recognized as a charming nation with several hills and natural beauty, and Kigali is no exception. Kigali has earned a reputation as one of Africa's quietest, safest, cleanest, and best organized towns. It is Rwanda's artistic, transportation, and cultural hub. Despite Kigali's wonderful attractions and natural beauty, few visitors want to visit the capital. Most people utilize the city solely as a gateway to the country's isolated national parks, where they may view mountain gorillas, golden monkeys, animals, or climb one of the volcanoes. On the other hand, Port Louis, the colorful Mauritian capital, is the country's cultural and commercial center. It is a man-made paradise surrounded by natural beauties. The city's historical beauty coexists with its contemporary refinement. You may experience history by just walking through any of the city's lovely neighborhoods, each of which has its own distinct attraction. The city has a vibrant culture that welcomes individuals of different faiths, nationalities, and regions. Port Louis's diversity is notable, and it is frequently described as a city's identity. Every single little thing of the city radiates personality. La Place d'Armes is located in Port Louis's historic center, surrounded by tall palm trees. Several museums in the city offer insights into the country's variegated colonial past. If you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city life, you may visit the hiking trails and beaches that surround Port Louis. Port Louis definitely wins the point when it comes to tourism, or beauty, leading both cities into a tie, which brings us to the end of our video. Feel free to comment in the comment section below on which of these cities you think should have come first place and why. If you are not yet subscribed, please do so. Give us a like if you enjoy such content and turn on notifications so as to be notified on our uploads. Thanks for watching.